MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
When most people hear Range Rover, they tend to think high class, high performance, and high dollars. But Range Rover does entry-level pretty well too with this Evoque. It has plenty of posh attitude along with some recent updates. So let's see how the Evoque continues to evolve. Our involvement with the Land Rover Range Rover Evoque's evolution began when this small utility first arrived for 2012. It looked more Spice Girl than Tough Mudder, but it packed a surprising amount of capability into its subcompact dimensions. This second gen arrived for 2020 and has gained recent updates at the most likely midway point in its life cycle. Intrigued but not necessarily enthused could probably best describe our history with the Evoque, but Land Rover always has a way of drawing us in with very tasteful designs. They pretty much got this one right back in 2020, so styling revisions are largely limited to new pixel LED headlights and a reshaped front fascia. There's also new super red signature lighting in back, all of it done to bring the Evoque more in line with the rest of the Range Rover family. And like all of its siblings, all-wheel drive is standard, and it does have terrain response too, with specific off-road modes, but no one's expecting to see a lot of Evoques out on the trail unless there's a new Lululemon outlet at the other end of it having a killer sale. Land Rover has once again taken the P300 296 horsepower version of the Evoque's 2-liter Turbo 4 out of the lineup, leaving just the standard 249 horsepower version under the clamshell hood. No complaints from us. Its 269 pound-feet of torque is more than adequate to move this 3,900-pound ute around. And at Mason-Dixon Dragway, it moved us to 60 miles per hour in 7.7 seconds. There was plenty of traction off the line, and while not overwhelming, power feels plentiful, staying very consistent down the track. Gear changes in the Evoque's 9-speed automatic transmission were quick and smooth, barely a blip in the process as we finished the quarter mile in 16 seconds flat at 85 miles per hour. Plenty quick for a compact utility with luxury intentions. It felt quite good through our handling course too, with a substantial presence that not too many small utilities have. The Evoque uses selective braking to torque vector power between all four wheels, and it enabled us to cruise through the cones quickly without any excessive understeer or oversteer. There was some nosedive during our panic braking test, but the brakes were very responsive and strong enough to bring us to a halt in a short 115 feet from 60. But it's the inside experience that really matters with any luxury vehicle, particularly in a Range Rover. And here things look more high-end Swedish than Tudor or Victorian, with a minimalist cabin design that's way more visually appealing than practical. There's real leather covering just about everything, and what appears to be just a tablet stuck in front of the dash is a new 11.4-inch touchscreen. Not only are the inner workings much faster than the previous infotainment setup, but the entire interface of this PV Pro system is vastly better than the split-screen approach of before. The center console that leads up to it appears much less cluttered and frees up some additional space for storage. The shifter is still here, but it has gotten much smaller. Front seat space and comfort remain high, though rear seat room is still very tight for adults. Cargo space is not bad for a small utility, with room for 21.6 cubic feet of gear in the hold, which expands with 40-20-40 split folding seatback flexibility to 50.5 cubic feet. Government fuel economy ratings are 20 city, 27 highway, and 22 combined. That's an average energy impact score using 13.5 barrels of oil annually with CO2 emissions of 6.6 tons. Land Rover has been paring things down in the Evoque lineup for years, no longer offering a two-door version or the convertible, and now have simplified things even further to just the P250 available in only two trims. S, which stickers for $51,175, and Dynamic SE, which starts at $56,375. But you can add just about every package available and still come in right around $60,000. Luxury-minded utility vehicles are coming at us from all angles these days, but the 2025 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque is a bit unique in that it remains as sort of a cheat code for sneaking you into the Range Rover VIP experience. You'll feel like you're getting away with something every time you drive it.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.